My name is Amber Reed, R-E-I-D, birthday 12/27/90. I'm turning 32, but like I'm almost positive my like mental age, like my brain is stuck at 17. I'm actually starving, so okay, yes, I troll. Whatever, Trollin has entered the chat. I'm totally fine with a clickbait title because you guys know I love me a clickbait title. You're not paying attention to your health, you don't care about your health, you don't care about your body, you want to die, etc, etc. You could have ate healthy, you chose not to. Do you really need to go on vacation? You buy health insurance instead. I just don't want to hear it.
No one cares!
Hey guys, good morning from Germany. This is a reaction to Amber's latest video. Let's go.
Hey guys, welcome to week 3 weigh-in. So I'm gonna be honest, this is one of them situations.
I'm gonna be honest always means that that's a person that usually lies.
Where I was thinking about ending the weigh-ins, the weekly weigh-ins, because I noticed that judgment is keeping me from being as open as I used to be.
Did I not just post a similar video that she posted in 2019 where she said she's gonna start keeping the weight loss off her channel? A cycle is an understatement when we describe what she does on her channel. It is ridiculous by now. And my latest video, you know, about if there's any hope for her, I really get a sinking ship feeling that there is no hope.
I know that there's always going to be judgment, but I just feel like the level of judgment that I receive is off the charts.
Okay, for 9 years she's been uploading on YouTube, and for the most part she has done nothing but gain weight, lie to her audience, gaslight them, troll them, and clickbait them. And she's still wondering about the negative reactions and the judgment. Doesn't that borderline on insanity by now?
I've never seen anything like it on any other YouTube video.
I don't know any other YouTuber that is as toxic as she is.
Any other YouTuber, like every YouTuber gets judgment, gets hate, etc. But like, it's just insane how bad mine is.
Because it's insane what you did to get those views. That was insane. All the drama you initiated, all the times you addressed your entire audience and not just people that were attacking you. All these things with the pets and the spouses. It's insane.
Over things that are very common.
I don't think she has a reference point of what is common and what is normal anymore. I mean, if you imagine that she spends most of her life inside the apartment and all the impression she gets from the outside world is via watching videos on the internet. I think she's detached from the real world now.
As a human being, I make very common mistakes, and it's not that I want to get away with certain mistakes, or like if I gain weight in a week, this is kind of what that's about. So you guys will see that towards the end of this video.
Okay, about the common mistakes, I don't think so. I think the majority of human beings on this planet is not that kind of weight. Because there are so many wake-up calls you get, like when the jeans stop fitting, when people start staring, when it takes you a large amount of food to even feel satisfied in a day, or you've completely lost your sense for feeling satisfied, like full. You know, there are so many wake-up calls that she ignored. I don't think she can compare herself to anybody else out here that I know of, at least.
Normal things that other people get to experience, I don't get that same experience.
Yeah, no, because you don't leave the house. You do not leave the house. You do not have a job. You do not have any obligations except for the financial ones, which you found a solution to solving by exploiting and monetizing your weight gain and your horrific personality. I mean, that's not, yeah.
I am just constantly being judged and ridiculed and belittled.
Of course, because that is the reaction to all the times when you thought, yeah, I'm going to make a quick buck, I'm going to clickbait them, I'm going to troll them, and they're going to click on that video. They did, but now you're getting like, you know, glimpses of what damage you've caused within your audience.
And it sucks, and it was preventing me from making this video, and that's why you guys are getting it a couple days late. So I'm sorry for that. I know deep down that I want to make these videos for the people who genuinely enjoy watching my journey and not just like watching it to belittle me or to make me feel like crap about myself.
Okay, I'm not here to do that either. I'm genuinely interested in you changing your life for the better, but we already know how that's going, and that's it doesn't seem like it's gonna change because you do not change and you do not have realizations that last longer than it takes you to express them in your videos. Apparently, that's what it looks like, right?
So I'm going to answer 5 weight-related, body-related, food-related topics that I've been seeing, whether it be like my Instagram, because I do Instagram Q&As, or
yeah, I saw them and I've reacted to them a bit already. You need to stop, like either sending yourself questions or picking questions that implicate you even more. Just saying. I mean, you do you, boo-boo, but the ones you've been picking, oh my gosh. Are you trying to damage your reputation more and more? If that's the plan, you're doing a really good job.
I like to post on my community post just where I've been seeing certain questions in that realm. So I'm going to be answering 5 of those, and then we will get to how my week went. So the first
Let's go.
First question is, how much have you saved for weight loss surgery?
Is that a coincidence or does that one keep coming up? I've heard that so many times before. And before she answers it, because the answer actually is irrelevant, since in order to get weight loss surgery, and I am not a healthcare professional, but from what I've been told by my doctor is you have to stick to a diet. You have to prove to the doctors that you can lose weight, that you can stick to a diet, that you have self-restraint, self-discipline and all of that. And you ain't got that, so why even save up for that? How about getting the information first and letting it sink in that if you failed every diet that you've attempted, that weight loss surgery is not the solution for you. You need therapy and realize what you're doing to your body, and then kind of make the connection between what you've been doing to your body and what consequences that has had by now, and then realize what the underlying cause for that might be. I mean, what events in the past have caused you to react in a certain way when you get triggered by something. You know, it is so complex and you don't seem to be at that point yet. But go ahead and answer if you've saved up the money, which, by the way, only proves that she was lying to us before, because she said every time that her audience told her, hey, you're spending too much money, you're spending it on the wrong things. I mean, it's none of our business, right? We're just here to pay for her bills by clicking on the videos, right? But every time she was reminded that maybe she should be a little wiser about how she spends her money, she said she's been saving. She has not. Otherwise, I mean, how can a person that used to make over $10,000 a month, not anymore, she's down to $3,000, but how can a person that used to make $10,000 a month not have 20 on the side? How can you not have 20 saved up? That means she spent all of her money on food and on junk. But go ahead, girl, answer.
So I think I'm going to keep that private. And the only reason why I'm bringing that up right now is because I do have weight loss surgery update. So when I first, you know, filled out the patient packet and all that, they said that it'll be like 3 to 6 weeks before they will contact me, and we were reaching about 5 weeks, and I was like, okay, not getting anything. But I decided to email them because I didn't want to like call them. They could be busy, they could just check the email whenever they want. So I did email them, and when I emailed them, they responded with, oh, I actually have your packet right here. And they started talking about insurance, and I was like, but I thought you guys don't do insurance anymore for weight loss surgery, because that's what they say now for like if you live in Kentucky. And I was just like really confused. So they were like, okay, how about give me a call and we'll talk more about insurance. So I ended up calling, and then we talked about insurance a little bit, and then I ended up having to call my insurance company and talking to them. Long story short, we're still stuck at the spot where it's like my insurance or no insurance in Kentucky no longer covers weight loss surgery. So all of that, like, I already knew, but I guess that's a new thing. Yeah, it's just reconfirmation on that regard. So she said, okay, so after you call your insurance company and you get an answer, call me back. So I've actually tried calling back 3 times and there has been no answer, which is unfortunate. And I also decided to just give her another email, and I said, you know, my insurance doesn't cover, so I will be self-pay. So what is the next step? So that has all happened within the last 2 days. So now I'm just waiting for a call back or an email back. Next question is, would
I have nothing to say to that. So a whole bunch of red tape update. All right.
you go back on Ozempic now that you don't care about rapid weight loss? Honestly, no, because there is a massive Ozempic shortage, and people with diabetes who has been taking Ozempic for a while aren't able to get the medicine because it's now like a new fad thing. I heard through the rumor mill, whatever. I've heard that
Yeah, whatever. Why even put effort into pronouncing things the right way?
celebrities who are already thin is taking Ozempic. Why? Why? That's really weird. So I would not take Ozempic just because of the shortage. If the shortage was stopped and everyone was getting the medicine they needed, then we can re-talk about it. Third question is, do you
Okay. I just looked it up, and it does appear that there's a shortage of Ozempic for diabetes patients because it has been used as a weight loss drug too. Yeah, so she seems to be telling the truth there.
you have rewards planned for hitting your weight loss goals? I don't, because I have tried to do this in the past where
That is correct, and she failed miserably.
it's like, okay, if I lose 20 pounds, I can get a new purse. I ended up buying the new purse even before I hit the goal.
I appreciate the honesty because that's exactly what happened. She got herself the rewards anyway.
In the past, I've done like, once I'm down 100 pounds, I'll do like a whole hair makeover, or I'll get a piercing I've wanted. And I know that's not gonna happen because I know that if I want something enough, then I'm gonna get it regardless. Fourth question, what's been your favorite meal lately? Definitely the homemade poke bowls that we have been doing. We've had it a few times now and it's so freaking delicious. I could literally eat it daily. Last question is, do you think it's fat phobic that people think Feline is either using you or a feeder? I do, because if I was a normal weight, people wouldn't think that Feline is using me. People wouldn't think that she's a feeder. And it just sucks because it's like, it's pretty much proving that based on the number on the scale, you guys are making me feel like I'm not valued as.
Now she's talking to her entire audience again, even though there are people that really support her. What I have to say about this is, it's because of your personality. Like, look at your channel, look at what persona you've portrayed for years. It would make anybody wonder, what kind of personality does it take to find that attractive, to make you want to say, ooh, I'm interested in that. I want to see if I can get into a relationship with that person. I have no idea what it would take. for that to happen. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's completely aside from the fact that she's overweight. She could weigh 170 pounds and I would still be saying the same thing. It's the persona.
As a human, like I don't have worth as a human. Like I don't deserve love, or that someone can't find me attractive or even just think that I have a good heart because of the number on the scale.
Yeah, okay, you not having a good heart is something that you've documented on your channel, and so that's why people are wondering, you know, what the motives or the hidden agenda might be of YP to want to be with you. That's, from where I stand, that's what I see happening.
And that is very, very fat phobic. And it also goes...
Yeah, no, you can't, no. You can't be a mean human being and then when people come at you for what you've done, you keep screaming fat phobia. That's not how things work, girl.
Goes along the lines of like shallow. It's just like very shallow. It's disrespectful.
It's shallow and it's disrespectful to gaslight and clickbait your audience and lie to them and manipulate them, and that's what you did. And what you reap is what you sow, and so there you go, girl. You're gonna have to figure it out eventually.
And it just doesn't make sense because there are people out there who do not care about the number on the scale.
Exactly, but then maybe they have a good personality, you know, or an interesting personality that makes, you know, people say, ooh, you know, like I said before, like that sounds attractive to me. I think I could learn something from this relationship, or I find this person very attractive on a mental, emotional level too, not just the looks. She's all about the looks. That's why she screams fat phobia. Anybody, you know, criticizes her.
And they find beauty in other things about me. Like,
yeah, okay, but look at what you've portrayed on your channel. Look at all the videos you posted of you being a really mean human being. So actually yesterday I watched the video when it was Becky's birthday in 2018, and she said I wouldn't even be here if I didn't have to.
Hey guys, so welcome to Vlogmas. I think this is day 12. Today is Becky's birthday. Right now we're just at her dad's work. He wanted her to come by to just say happy birthday probably. What are you doing, babe?
He's gonna go load this truck.
He's gonna go load the truck. So yeah, we're just at her dad's birthday. And
Her dad's birthday?
sorry. Oh y'all, I only got 1 hour of sleep, literally. I wasn't even gonna come, to be honest, but I knew I had to.
And all these countless examples of her being not a decent human being, and that's what is reflected in the reactions to her.
I'm just gonna use me for an example. Like, sure, being 500 pounds isn't beautiful. It's not a beautiful thing, but you can still be beautiful at 500 pounds. I will always forever think that. I don't think I'm beautiful. I don't think I'm pretty at all. That is what it is, but
I'm not here to judge that, but the personality is just horrific.
there are people out there that I have seen at my size who are beautiful, who have great hearts and great personality, and they deserve love. We deserve love just as much as someone who's 150 pounds, and I just...
Yes, and there are people out there that are on the heavier side, and they still have a good personality. That's, you know, there's a difference. You can't compare yourself to those people.
Just think it's so crazy that just because someone is with me that makes them a feeder or they're using me, I have nothing to give.
Again, it's the personality. I'm repeating myself here, but it's the personality, and she doesn't get it. It's not just about the looks, it's about the personality. Is a person honest? Can they say, okay, I made a mistake, I'm not going to make it anymore, I'm sorry for making that mistake? But if you never admit to any mistakes, or hardly ever, or then you forget that you admitted to those mistakes, and then you deny what has happened, did happen, you know, it's a whole bunch of things, and you lack a lot of personality, a lot of self-reflection, and yeah.
They can't be using me. I have nothing to give. By insinuating that Feline is using me or a feeder, you're also insinuating that my exes were that way as well. Okay, so as for this...
No, I think those were different situations, but I don't want to get into that. But I think YP has her own reasons for not wanting to be in the state that she is from. And I had in the beginning a sneaking suspicion that Amber is paying her to be her caretaker and pretending to be her spouse. And I still can't decide like what the reason is why she doesn't want to be associated with Amber in the limelight. It could be a lot of reasons, but I'm still wondering what the reason is that you can find somebody attractive on an emotional and mental level that has displayed such horrific actions consistently for 9 years on YouTube now.
Week. We did the whole takeout thing on Sunday, which was my last weigh-in that you guys saw, and that was not triggering at all. What triggered me, and I mean this from like the bottom of my heart, I am so grateful for anything that you guys send me in my PO box. Like, it's just so kind that you guys even think of me, whether it's a letter or something you guys saw on Amazon that made you think of me. Like, it doesn't matter what it is so sweet. But someone did send me candy bars, and I don't want to blame this person because it's not the person's fault, because I could have easily gotten rid of the candy bars, but they massively triggered me. And it was like I had a couple candy bar binges, I'm not gonna lie. And
okay, then how about you watch more Tammy Lemon videos? When she knows that there are trigger foods for her, she either throws them away or puts them, you know, stores them somewhere else, like the snacks she was taste testing and stuff. Maybe that would help. But I was wondering too why somebody would send her candy. That's the last thing I would send her.
That led into a spiral of binging on other things, ordering takeout. And it was like every other day. It was like one day I would do really good, next day I was binging. One day I would do really good, next day I was binging. And
we can tell, girl, because we can see you.
Literally, it's a candy bar binge because I don't buy candy bars. Obviously there are times where I would love a candy bar, but Feline is like, do you really need one? So having tons of Cadbury candy bars in my pantry was extremely triggering, and I wasn't strong enough. And yeah, and to go back and forth, like one day do so good and next day do so bad, and just like that back and forth was wear and tear on my body. I will tell you that. Like my gallstones, I was feeling ill.
And it's gonna get worse, girl. I read somewhere, I don't know what the scientific basis for that is, but I read somewhere that up to the age of about 30, our bodies are pretty good at dealing with damage that we do to it by, you know, partying too much or whatever. But from the age of 30, it's like downhill, unless you really actively work on your health.
I really truly was. And it's crazy because like I wasn't having much gallstone pain for like a few years. Like it was rare. And then ever since I took Ozempic and I was losing weight and I was losing more weight, and it was like I was down like 106 pounds, whatever. I don't know if like my gallbladder just like got triggered. And ever since then, it's like whenever I binge like really bad, I feel ill. And a lot of the times that doesn't happen. There are several different types of binges. Like the one that I have been having most is like the type where it's like I don't even get ill, I don't get full, I could eat so much and there's just, it's like never ending. How does my stomach expand that big? But I noticed after taking Ozempic and after stopping, I have just been getting like super sick from binging. And it's like sometimes not even like me being sick like that stops me, because I mean, that's the issue.
Not even being sick like that stops you. Yeah, that's bad. And from the show, My 600-Pound Life, I saw once Dr. Now explained how large the stomach of somebody is that keeps overeating. It's like, you know, that feeling of, for us, the feeling of feeling full and saying, yeah, I'm full up to the brim, I can't eat no more, I can't eat another crumb. And these people will just continue eating. And That's bad. I don't know. I don't even begin to understand or claim to understand what that feels like.
You know, binge eating disorder.
Yeah, again, I've said it so many times before, and I say it again. I don't think she suffers from binge eating disorder. I think she suffers from a lack of self-discipline and self-restraint, and she's completely delusional when it comes to the signals her body is sending.
And a lot of people have been like, "Are you sure you're a binge eater? Or are you just like addicted to food?" And I'm like, can it be both?
Okay, it's a disgrace to call yourself, to consider yourself, to self-diagnose yourself with binge eating disorder, because I have been to a rehab where there were people that were suffering with binge eating disorder, and that's something totally different. But wanting to overeat because you have never learned to deal with life in another way. You get bored, you eat. You get angry, you eat. You're sad, you eat. You know, it's like, and then when you do eat, you just overeat. That's a totally different problem. That's not binge eating disorder.
I don't really know. I know with trying to get weight loss surgery, I know I'm gonna have to see a psychologist. And this is a whole other subject because I already have one. But I'm not going to be able to see the one that I have anymore, and I will explain that in a future video. I do not want to get into that right now because it actually makes me really sad. But by trying to get weight loss surgery, I am gonna have to see a psychologist who specializes in bariatric patients, and I think they're gonna be able to see more like what is really the issue. Is it binge eating? Is it food addiction? Is it both? And I think I'm really gonna take advantage of this whole weight loss surgery path.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't want to, I'm not saying this to be mean. I've just lost all hope because she lives in denial about so many things, and the body dysmorphia and all of that. And I don't think she has the self-control to gain any weight.
Going on, because that is what I feel like is ultimately what is going to change my life. And right now, obviously, I couldn't go under the knife with the way that I binge. It's not going to happen.
No, of course not. And I think Dr. Now said once before that you have to lose a significant amount of weight to make the masses, like the fupa and everything, and the donut top, and I don't know what all these parts are called, but everything a little softer. Otherwise, surgery is really hard. And also to prove, of course, that you can stick to a diet, which you cannot. And so I don't see weight loss surgery as a solution for Amber Reed. Absolutely not. I mean, not now. If she changes things and gains some kind of self-perspective and changes things accordingly, maybe then, but not now. Absolutely not.
Because I need to be able to get in the right headspace and the right mind frame before I do that. And I don't know if that's going to take me a couple weeks or a couple months or a year. I don't know, but we're going to figure that out.
Let's just hope that you're able to make changes, because so far it surely doesn't look like it.
So as for my weigh-in, last week I was 514.6. This week I was 515.8. I was only up 1.2, and I think it's because I was going back and forth.
Okay, just throwing out numbers willy-nilly has become a common thing. I don't think so, because you're gaining weight. We can see it in your videos, right? 1 point something pounds is absolutely not realistic.
One day I was doing great, next day I wasn't. One day I was doing great, next day I wasn't. If I would have had the whole week at a horrendous rate of just binging or like overeating or whatever, I would have been up so much more weight. So it's like, as much as the yo-yo of it all made me feel like crap, I'm almost grateful it was a yo-yo and not just like a full-fledged binge week, because that would have been very bad. So yeah, I'm up 1.2. I should be down about 5 pounds right now if we're doing based on my goal here, or like,
yeah, the goals don't mean anything to me anymore. You set yourself so many goals and just, you know, flaunt it into the camera that now you're having ice cream, now you're having snacks, you know. That ship has sailed.
a little over 4 pounds. I'm only down about 5 pounds. So I am still like there where my goal needs to be. So I'm happy about that, but still, like, I could have done so much better.
Yeah, for somebody that's been lying about their weight for quite a number of years, when she's talking about numbers, I don't care about that. I have nothing to say.
But those candy bars, they really did something. Biggest trigger food, I feel like, is just like straight up candy bars. Like, oh my God. They were delicious though. So thank you to the person who sent them to me, but I'm just gonna let this be known right now. Just don't send me food in my P.O. box because it is triggering.
But it's also a challenge. See, when people send it to you and you know it's a trigger food, maybe try one, throw out the rest, or give them to somebody. But then again, you stated yourself you have no more friends. I don't know if you can donate them somewhere, but I would just get them out of the house, right?
And I think if someone does end up sending me food, I'm just gonna have to like automatically just get rid of it. So
I hope you have the strength to do so.
Oh, that's not me being like harsh or mean, but I'm just like doing that for my health and for my well-being because, yeah. Anyways, that is the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm sorry that I'm coming on here with sad news, but it's just what I'm experiencing. And I just wanted to be open and honest with you guys, even though I really...
Okay, I'm forgetting. What was the sad news in this video? The title is weight loss surgery, so she gave us a administrational update. And the fat phobia is because of, you know, she was talking about judgment, but what is the sad news? That she's gonna have to save up money? I'm not getting it. Let me know in the comments below if you know. I have no idea.
Really, actually, truly didn't want to, but I knew it was the right thing to do. But I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.
Okay, bye. Yeah, I don't have much more to say. This video is already very long, and so I'm gonna leave it at this. Let me know what you think. I think she looks good. I don't know why she's putting another crying or being sad picture in her video thumbnail, probably just to, you know, clickbait people. But there you have it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.